Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage founder and CEO of Lamas Beauty International, Peter Lamas.
Show me the way.
Peter Lamas, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Lamas.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
So we're gonna have a seat here, and I think we're gonna talk to these people a little bit. Is that all right? You guys want to hear from Peter? I'll tell you, Peter, I mean, these people, it's just amazing what is really happening since we've just put a few products out here just yesterday.
I heard they're sold out.
It's flying off the shelf.
Thank you.
So I know that, number one, this audience wants to thank you and really appreciate you for being here with us today and spending your time to understand all these fantastic products, the philosophy you have behind your products. But before we get into the products, I know that we've had many conversations, and we're all so impressed when we talk to you about your background. So why don't you just tell them a little bit how you even became a stylist, and how did you even get into this?
Let me begin by telling everyone here, I'm an only child. Since I've joined ACN, friendship is very important to me. I have made so many new, great, fantastic friends. I thank you, because I truly mean that. This is my family now. Mexico, Europe, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Well, I know in your background, what was so amazing to me that these people here are always trying to succeed in life. And sometimes everybody, when they see successful people, they think, wow, they're just magic. These people are magical and they were born with it. But that didn't happen for you, did it?
No. I came from Cuba for political reasons, and we left literally with nothing. We left our home, our belongings, everything. We came with the clothing that we were wearing, literally, and no money, nothing. And landed in the US, not knowing the language. Thank God I had a godfather who lived in New York, and we went to meet with him, and he helped us. And it was just a great opportunity, because better than going to Miami like most Cubans did, New York to me was the best place I could have been to create the career and the future that became so obvious to me later on.
Well, as you went to New York, I know you got very interested in, how did you get interested in hair? How did this even happen?
I wanted to become a commercial artist, and thank God I didn't, because now with computers I would have been out of a job. But I learned a lot about sketching and drawing and how to mix colors, and all that became a foundation for me later on without knowing. But there's always a reason why things happen. There's no coincidence in life. And getting into hair, which I started doing just to earn extra money instead of waiting on table, I fell in love with the profession. And look what happened to this day. And the best part was I met masters. I had the opportunity of training with these great geniuses, masters like Vidal Sassoon, Paul Mitchell, Kenneth Battelle. I got to meet Jongueras from Spain, a lot of Spanish people here, who's one of the greatest hairstylists in Spain, and learned a lot from him. He's just a little bit older than I am. And so it's been a great opportunity, and starting my profession, learning from the very best. That's the secret.
Well, I hear, and that's a good lesson for all the people here, because they have some of the best in their industry to learn from. And it's a great insight to share with people about, if you really want to be the best, just learn from the best.
Learn from the best. I always tell my children that. And it's just been a great path, a great experience that I've had in life. And what's the people that I met through this profession was just amazing.
Well, I know that you have had, you have a celebrity lineup of people you were associated with through networking somehow.
Yes, that is what it's all about, because life is about networking.
What were some of these customers and clients that you had?
I was on the airplane. I'm going to write a book in the next year or two, because we don't have time here to talk about all this, and I want to speak about the products. But I got my boarding pass of the airlines, and I started saying, there's so many. I started jotting them down because I don't remember them all, you know. And here I am. I pull it out of my pocket just to mention a few. But the best story I have, I won't spend time impressing you or anyone here with this. At the turn of the millennium, the year 2000, I'm flying from New York to Los Angeles. And as I'm at the airport, I see People magazine. This is a very popular magazine we have back home in the States that tells you about celebrities and famous people. And on the cover it says the 50 most photographed women of the 20th century. And I said, oh, this is it. And then in the cover you have Jackie Kennedy Onassis, you have Princess Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn, Princess Di, and who's the other one? Oh, Princess Grace Kelly.
Wow.
5 women, and out of the 5, I stood there almost with tears in my eyes from emotion. Out of the 5, I was able to work and know 4 of them. So that kind of
phenomenal, phenomenal story. I know that you're going from a stylist, and then you have just a phenomenal array of products here. How did you move from a stylist to get into hair care products and personal care products? And what did you see and do different than maybe other people in these products?
The one thing I have no tolerance for is mediocrity. And if you get to know me, you'll understand that clearly. Either you do it right or you don't do it at all, in anything you do in life. And I tried so many products through my career, and I'm working with these high-profile people, the celebrities and the first ladies and so many politicians and famous people that are asking me advice on what to use for their hair, for their skin, for their makeup purposes. And I want to recommend products that I can rely on, that I have confidence, that will not embarrass me in my reputation.
Sure.
When these try them and they say, oh, I don't like it. Peter gave me something that really doesn't live up to, you know, his reputation as far as knowing what to use on personal care products. So one day I said to myself, I would like to create a line that really lives up to its incredible quality and professional a way of performance. And I started, next life I'm coming back as a chemist, I started learning a lot about chemistry. I realized the dark side of the cosmetic industry. The more I looked into it, I looked at ingredients that are carcinogens, that are dangerous, and it's not so much that they're in there, it's the accumulative effect of using it every day that absorbs into the body that I was concerned about. So I said to myself, let me create a line that is healthy, clean, vegan, and lives up to its quality and the way it performs. Problems, solutions. You will see results. And the one thing I want to share with you, women are so used to using personal care products. Men are kind of resistant to using personal care products until recently.
I've been recently because I'm old now.
No, but the baby boomers, yes. But I have had, with ACN, more men writing to me on Facebook and showing me, they sent me photos of before and afters of their hair growing, their eyes. There's one gentleman by the name of Andy, and he sent me a photo of himself before leaving to come here. And as impressive I was with the new hair growth that's coming in, the eyes. His before, the eyes look like a road map. So many lines and wrinkles. Later on, oh my God, it looks like he had plastic surgery. No baloney. I wish next time I come, I'm going to have a lot of before and afters from all of you that have been so kind to send it to me. Well, so that's what I'm talking about. Having validity in each of these products to perform to the maximum, safe, but you get your money's worth, as I always say.
So I really relate to that, because today, I mean, we all hear so many negatives in the press about, you know, chemicals and things. So you wanted to create a line that was free of those types of things.
Free of parabens, sulphates, petrochemicals, anything that is harmful.
Is that the kind of products you guys want? Absolutely. Now, we want clean products. However, we want products that are super effective, don't we? We want them to be efficacious. So what, like some of these like ingredients and things that you've done, or why did you put in what you put in to make these work so well?
Before I tell you about the ingredients, when you read, and I think you've heard me say this before possibly, when you read an ingredients listing, you expect to get what it says on the box, on the jar, wherever it is listed. But what they don't tell you, as they do when you're buying a nutritional vitamin, the milligrams that go for that ingredients, what you're buying and what you're getting. In the particular personal care products of cosmetic industry, you read the ingredients, but they don't tell you the percentage levels. So almost always I've discovered working for companies developing line extensions, I realized that they always use the minimum amount of percentage required to have these ingredients in there. I go the opposite direction. I go to what should be in there, if not the maximum amount, because I want to see problem solutions to perform to the maximum so you can all see the results. Aging, skin wants to fix itself no matter what age you are, if you provide them with the active ingredients at the right level and percentages. If you remember nothing from my conversation, the potency, the word potency, is in each and every one of these products.
So I guess it's, you can give them a hand, thank you, yeah, we're impressed with this.
Thank you.
So I guess these product lines is something that all of us would want because, of course, no one wants to put chemicals on their face. And, of course, we want something that when we use it, we spend our money.
You see the results.
You're going to see a result. And
yes.
I come from a nutritional background, and I certainly know that people dust products. It might have something ingredient, but what you said was so impressive to me. You put the maximum amount of actives so that people are really getting a response.
No matter how old you are, your skin wants to repair itself, wrinkles and all, provided you give them the right percentage levels of active ingredients that are beneficial to be able to do that.
Well, thank you for doing that, because creating a line like this, we're going to take this to the moon, and I know it. Now,
you are.
I have a question, though, because do you really think that by using science today that a person can really look younger? I mean, is that than they would normally look and age?
Look, and I'm not saying this for vanity, I have to be careful how this comes out of my mouth, but at the age of 70, I've worked very hard to create products that maintain.
Absolutely amazing.
In fact, I'll be 70, in 2 months I'll be 71. April 7th, that's my birthday.
Wow, well, I'll tell you, you're definitely something that we all aspire to.
That's why. You're looking at it right there, no baloney. That's why.
Well, that is absolutely amazing.
And the more you use them, the more frequent you use them, the sooner you will see the incredible improvement that each one provides.
And that's what I hear. I said, you know, people think it's as you're getting older, but really as you develop the building blocks for the skin or nutrients in the body early on in life, you just have a greater chance of the success in the future.
I agree, and I don't want to waste your time. I really am not here to waste mine or yours. The reputation I've built, the passion I have for these products show up in the way they perform, so that when you use them, you recommend them, you will see that everyone will be extremely, extremely happy in the way they provide the results. And I truly mean this. They are just magnificent in what they can do for the hair, for the skin, for everything that is important.
Well, let's talk about, you have two lines here. You know, one is a hair care line, and of course one that interests me the most is because I have very fine hair, is this Chinese herb product here. Tell us just a little bit about how you got interested in formulating something that was for regenerating, hair regeneration.
I've owned salons in New York City, 3 of them. For over 30 years, I was the owner of these salons. And I constantly saw the most obvious challenge in styling is that hair loss, hair thinning. Not only for men, but for women. It didn't matter what age level. It could have been through genetics, it could have been through medication, menopause, so many reasons that thinning hair becomes a problem and an obvious challenge. I looked around to see what was out there, and most of what was out there I didn't like because it was chemically driven, chemicals that can even cause impotency. Okay. And I said, no.
No one's interested in that.
No one's interested in that. And I wanted to produce something, so I got interested in Eastern medicine. As a side note, and the more I learned about Eastern medicine, the more I realized that these herbs have 3,000 to 5,000 years of documentation, history, to prove how successful they've been in producing hair growth. And so I created a Chinese system to really help regenerate, revitalize the hair from the inside out. This works at the root level. It doesn't work at the scalp level, at the root level, to be able to get rid of DHT buildup, to strengthen, fortify that that little sac where the hair grows out of, to make it stronger, healthier. So as the hair grows, it becomes much more resilient, much stronger, so that, especially with women, when they have this gorgeous long hair, they have much healthier hair to be able to withstand the hot blow dryers, the hot curling irons, the flat irons, the torture and fry hair. This way you're growing hair that's much, much more healthy and be able to take the abuse that it goes through every day.
Well, I can assure you, I have been using these products since we started to introduce them, and they are phenomenal. I really do truly love these products, and I've seen evidence from several people getting phenomenal results.
The pictures I'm getting are just amazing as far as growing hair. I mean, it's just wonderful to see all these men and women telling me how, and sending me the photos, which I at some point want to make a collage, and next time I'm here on the stage, show them, because one picture's worth 1,000 words.
Well, I know that not everybody is thinning or losing hair, so you have a line of products that have these botanical oils in them. I'm so interested in how each of these, and you have key ingredients in each of these, help the hair, and why would someone use one of these?
For those individuals that don't have that challenge of thinning hair, even though it's good to use it once in a while, because I call it skincare for hair, the Chinese herbs.
Okay.
Skincare for the scalp. But for those who normally don't use it, and I'm one of those people that I'll shampoo my hair every day. One day I'll use a Chinese herb, the next day I use the soy baobab for hydrating shampoo. And that maintains my hair with, here's what happens. We put exotic oils in these three different systems.
I see.
The soy baobab, the argan macadamia, and the bamboo nectar. These ingredients are very sophisticated. They're very refined oils that bring a lot of nutrition and anti-aging properties. We also put vitamins and nutrients inside. So it is an anti-aging approach to maintaining your hair, at the same time having this beautiful, luscious hair produced by the results that you get every day from using these wonderful exotic products.
So if I had, like, say, thick, frizzy hair, what would be, what product would I choose?
The argan macadamia is great for that. I call it Middle Eastern hair that is very frizzy, coarse, dry, stubborn, resistant. It is wonderful because it just softens it, it hydrates it, it evens out the cuticles, it gives it shine and luster, magnificent.
Well, I noticed that a lot of, especially I see this in women, like they have like really dry hair. I guess they've abused it with color and different things. But what would you use in that? Chemicals.
You can either use the argan macadamia, it depends, but on finer hair,
yes,
I would use the soy baobab. But baobab oil is one of those oils that is so enriching that you can blow dry your hair and it won't dehydrate the hair, the blower, because the baobab oil stays within inside the cuticle to maintain moisture. So it's very healthy and bringing a number of amino acids that it contains to the hair cuticle to strengthen, fortify, and protect.
So really what I'm hearing you say is you combine the best of science and nature, because these oils really penetrate and they are definitely getting into the shaft of the hair,
providing
or into
nutrients and protection.
And as you say, what do you call it, the ball of where the hair grows?
Oh, well, that's for the Chinese herbs. Down at the root level, you have that little bulb. It's called the papilla. It's a technical term for it.
Well, it's an amazing line, and I know that from a marketing and a sales perspective, everybody here, you know, we start thinking everyone shampoos their hair.
The bamboo nectar for shine and luster, I love to use that at least once a week, because I used it today. That's what gives my hair highlight and shininess.
Is that real hair?
That's real hair. Hey, you can comb it through, you see?
Whoa! He has the thickest hair I've ever seen.
I was on a plane last month, and a woman came up to me, a passenger, and she says, "Can I pull your hair? Is that a wig?" I said, "What?" Oh, the nerve. Well, I said, "No, that's not a wig, and it's my product."
Well, people I certainly aspire to have hair and the texture and the health that your hair looks today. Now, I know we don't have these here today, but we have some, I'll call them aftercare products, styling different products that we're going to have in the next week or so for the marketplace. What are these two products that you have, and what's in them, and what do we do with those?
The Goji Mist treatment is something, again, I used it today for body, for detangling, for hydration, for conditioning. It's a treatment. If you look at the ingredients listing, it's full of vitamins and nutrients, but it gives me the bounce, and I really enjoy it because it gives fullness to the hair.
Well, you mean like a goji berry? I eat those. Those are superfoods.
I give them to my grandchildren covered with dark chocolate. I can buy it at health food stores.
Yeah.
Because they are one of the most powerful nutritional foods you can have that are so healthy for your body. Goji berry is one of those.
So you have another.
And also green tea. We put a lot of the green tea in our skincare, but we use matcha green tea. I pronounced it right, matcha green tea, which it's called one of the most known power foods in the world. Very powerful antioxidant.
So not only are we going to have shampoo that we're going to use every day, we have styling products that are healthy with nutrient-rich things.
That volumizer is a gel, it's a spray, it builds body, and it contains so many unique ingredients, including sea silk, which is cultivated in the north of France along Brittany. And that has a lot of nutrients and incredible properties to strengthen, protect the hair, and give it body. So it's great for volumizing, and it doesn't leave a film like most mousses does. It creates shine and luster. It's just great for your hair.
Well, you certainly have created a phenomenal line, and the results that I'm hearing are fantastic. But you also have such an incredible skincare line. I'd like to kind of move into skincare a little bit.
Before I go to the skincare line, guys, ladies, the serum and the Chinese herbs to use every evening, you will be amazingly grateful and surprised to see the results within 2 to 3 months of using this product. What happens? It really not only strengthens and fortifies, it will help grow hair if the hair follicle is still alive. And you will, as I said, I'm getting a lot of before and afters from men and women, because that is the silver bullet. That serum is everything. If I only had to use 2 products out of the whole line, and I hope you use all of them, it is the overnight age-defying treatment and the hair serum.
This one, okay, we're gonna.
Those are the 2 that I cannot live without.
Well, let's move into the skincare line, because I mean, everyone wants to look good today. I mean, we're going to live longer. We certainly don't want to look bad as we're getting older. So we're moving into now. How did you go from hairstyling into skincare?
Well, because of the obvious. Everybody wants to stay younger looking, and the clientele that I have or had always was concerned about aging. And the moment you're born, you start aging. Remember that. So you want to start sooner than later using products that are really beneficial to maintain a youthful looking complexion.
So if you created this line, I know that people really don't even know, especially a lot of the men. And speaking of men, are these for men and women?
No, I'm getting more emails and before and afters from men on Facebook from ACN's members than I am from women. I mean, I am shocked to see that. I always thought it would be the opposite. But it's almost equal now, men with women, as far as sending me the before and afters.
So skin is skin, it doesn't matter in the gender, or is there a difference?
Men tend to have thicker skin, a little bit more oily because of the testosterone. And but skin has no gender.
Okay.
And it's for men and women, young and old.
Looking at this line here, because I'm just amazed. I know that there's like a 3-step approach to the, cleaning the skin and exfoliating the skin. And let's talk about each of these lines. And one of the first things is obviously cleaning the skin. You have this Citrus C facial cleanser. I think it's an interesting story. How did you even come up with this product?
Working with a lot of the models that I have worked with, from Victoria's Secret models, all through all the different models you see in fashion magazines, and changing their look at a photo shoot. Besides doing the hair, the makeup, we have to remove the makeup 2 or 3 times during the day, and it would take forever using these other cleansers that were either too weak or too strong and very dehydrating. So I decided to get in touch with a friend of mine, a great chemist in San Francisco, and I asked him, work with me to develop a cleanser that is thorough, quick, and hydrating. And this one removes eye makeup, regular makeup, all in one shot. You use like soap and water. You don't need an eye makeup remover. It's great for the pores. It detoxifies the pores. So if you have issues with large pores, it helps reduce them. It's super hydrating. Sometimes when I use it, I forget to put a moisturizer on because my skin feels so hydrated.
Wait.
And it's great to use it at night, especially for women who are wearing makeup. You want to remove that makeup and don't ever go to sleep with makeup on. And that's very quick and effective.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I use this product every day. I
Tell
love
me how.
not only the way it smells, but I quit using shaving cream. I actually shave in the shower, and I put it on, and one day I ran out of shaving cream, and I put it on, and it worked better than my shaving cream.
My wife loves it, and a lot of the models say my legs, my underarms, my friends, some of them are from African Americans who have very challenging beards, and they said it glides like butter. You should make a shaving cream with this particular formulation.
Well, that's amazing. Now you have another product here called the pumpkin scrub.
That's my favorite.
What does pumpkin do, and what is that product used for?
When we get older, we tend not to lose and exfoliate as quickly as we do when we're younger. And you've heard me say this before, maybe all the dust on furniture basically is human and animal cells that come to your house and become at home and welcome themselves. Those cells that we constantly get rid of as we age stick to our skin. So you'll notice a man with a dull complexion that doesn't have the sheen and luster.
Yeah.
It's because they have too much accumulation that's not automatically removing itself naturally. The pumpkin scrub is wonderful as a cleanser, as a scrub to eliminate, exfoliate, and as a polish to bring out the youthful sheen to the skin again.
I see. So we should be washing our face and then using this.
I use it in the morning.
So can you use this every day?
I use it every day. For
Every
the
day.
sensitive skin, every three times a week maybe for sensitive skin. But for normal skin, every day. I use it every morning. I use the citrusy at night to lightly cleanse my face, even though I don't put makeup on.
Yes.
But I want to get rid of all the impurities you pick up, especially in a city like Los Angeles that's so polluted. And then in the morning and shower, I use the scrub. And look at my skin. I mean, for a 71-year-old almost, there's some
phenomenal,
luster there.
phenomenal skin.
Very proud of that.
Yeah.
No, it's that.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I tell you that I've used this in the way it softens and feels the skin, and I understood exactly what I've heard you say this before as I started looking at people's skin. They have that really dull look, and this will remove those kind of dead cells and kind of show the healthier young cells coming out.
And you want that because cells are constantly reproducing and regenerating, so if you hold them back, it doesn't help, and that's where the lines and wrinkles show up even faster. So the more you exfoliate, the better you are.
Now, I know that there's also a routine to keeping your skin hydrated. You have some moisturizers here. Some you might use during the day, and some maybe at night. Can you tell us a little bit about this line of products for the face and the eyes?
Why don't you pick up here closer to me the Baruti. The Baruti is a wonderful daytime moisturizer with vitamin A, which is extremely crucial for the skin. It's very youthful. Vitamin A and vitamin C, two of the most important vitamins for a healthy youthful skin. And it's wonderful. It hydrates for a long period of time. You can put it in the morning, go to bed at night, and you still feel your skin hydrated with all the nutrients and especially the vitamin A.
Did I hear something about that's like from the tribes were using that in the Amazons or something?
It's an Amazonian ingredient that is extremely nutritive also for the skin.
Well, and so the skin on your face, is it different than around your eye? Am I using this like close to the eye, or am I using something else?
The skin in the face is about seven layers, around the eyes 2 layers, so it's much more sensitive. You'll notice the aging process happening around the eyes faster than any other part of the body.
Well, so I would basically be using this product during the day.
During the day for moisturization with the Emblica.
And what was this?
With the Emblica eye cream, which is the blue one that you're holding right here, if I'm right.
This one, yep.
Right?
This is it here.
That's right.
And it says eye brightening cream. What does that mean?
For dark circles, those that suffer from dark circles, and I met a lot of members at the hotel asking me that question because they have deep dark circles. That's how I got rid of my dark circles. I still have a little bit left, but not as much. It helps to lighten dark circles, to firm the lines and wrinkles. But here's the trick with products. The most important thing going into on your face is what I call the firmness. And that is produced by collagen. Collagen is the stuffing of the mattress. It's what keeps your face plump and youthful looking for much, much longer. When you age and you expose yourself to sun and smoking and all the bad habits, that collagen fiber dries up. It's a sponge that absorbs water in the body, and it plumps the face. But this particular product, Emblica, has 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C, which is the most important vitamin to produce maintained collagen. And an orange contains 70 milligrams. This little berry from the tropical fruit in India contains close to 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C. Amazing to help benefit the eye tissue, the face, whatever, because of its unique potency.
Well, I tell you, one of the products that I use at night is this overnight age-defying facial treatment. This is an amazing, I mean, it really is an amazing product. Because when you put this product on, you're going to feel it. And when I put it on, I noticed there's some like really impressive ingredients in this particular product.
I was just backstage and Greg came over to me. He says, after we had dinner last night, he says, I put it on. This is amazing. I feel it. I think this is, he was just going gaga with the experience of using this.
Well, I'm always impressed with science and what's behind it. I saw there was something like this Stacy 50. What is that? That's in that product.
Very advanced science. And Stacy 50 is one of those unique ingredients that is a delivery system that takes the vitamin C and doesn't compromise it. It seals it so it doesn't oxidize. It doesn't change colors. It doesn't weaken. And it's like a missile taking it into the skin without any interruption whatsoever, and working where it should work, inside the skin, not on the skin.
Well, I think that's an amazing. And then there's something that's
DMAE, which is DMAE is very unique. It's a recent ingredient, scientifically designed, and it helps to strengthen and firm muscle tissue, which is one of the most difficult areas of the face to overcome the aging process. And this is just an amazing ingredient to firm and tone muscle tissue. Because if you notice,
this actually goes through the skin
it penetrates all of the ingredients. They're in a very unique, besides the Stacy 50, liposome to take it into the skin.
And I noticed there's another thing, because I said earlier, goji again. I see it again, goji, but you have glycopeptides.
Glycopeptides, and that's to firm and tighten the skin. The goji berry, it's very powerful antioxidant, but it also has benefits to pull and tighten skin tissue. So that's another reason why I'm so crazy about these ingredients.
So we have something to maintain the...
And many more. We have so many more other ingredients that we don't have time to mention.
Well, what about apple stem cells? We have to talk about apple stem cells. That's an amazing ingredient.
That's very new. That's science in the making. That when this ingredient, I don't have the time to spend that I would like to explain how it works, but it helps to maintain the reproduction of cells, because as we age, they slow down. So this helps maintain the reproduction of cells through the aging process. Apple stem cells.
So in the evening, I should be using that at night when I go to bed? Is that how I would use that product?
It's the best time to use it at night. Now, if you're 60 or older, and here's something I'm going to share with everyone.
Oh, I have different instructions.
You can, yes. Oh, are you 60 or older?
I am, yeah.
You can use it in the daytime as a moisturizer.
Okay.
But at the beginning, ease into it, because as I said, this is very potent. So you want to use it every other day as a moisturizer and alternate with the Baruti. That would be the best way to maintain. I use it every day or every other day because I alternate with the Baruti.
So we have the daytime moisturizers. At night is probably best to
unless you're over 60.
Yeah. And what about the eyes? Is there something? I mean, should we put cucumbers on our eyes, or do you have a product for that?
And that is the one that goes with the overnight age-defying serum, which is the
overnight age-defying eye serum.
Eye serum. And that I have on right now. I use it day and night because my eyes tend to get very puffy. And that's what Andy was using, who I mentioned earlier, who is from Scotland. He's a member here. This man should come on stage and he should carry the before and afters with him. If you know Andy, go up to him and look at him, because it is a walking testimonial. And also, Art, I am so impressed by this man. Back in November, when he sent me a photo that he's using now on Facebook, I thought it was photo enhanced. He looked 10 years younger. And I said, Art, I mean, I just couldn't believe that. He said, no, it's our products. he should be the poster boy for
Well, he told me exactly
ACN.
the same thing. He went down to Mexico, got a hold of some of the early
Yes.
formulations of this. Of course, this is designed specifically for the European market to meet
Yes.
all the regulations and have the highest potency of ingredients in it, the actives.
Efficacy.
I mean, I
Yes.
think the efficacy behind these products to really do something at the cellular level
I'm very
is
proud of all of them.
absolutely amazing.
Very proud.
Now, I want to go back to this eye because I know a lot of people, including myself, no one likes the bags around their eyes, and I see that this has some of the same ingredients, which is the goji.
The goji berry, you have the apple stem cells.
But there's also a mineral, and you
Minerals.
said a green tea. What is that, green tea?
The matcha green tea, and also the extreme sensitive minerals that we have that are extremely healthy for your complexion.
Guys,
Skin.
do you want to use and sell these products? What do you think? I mean, I am so impressed with this whole line of hair care and skin care. I know that you have, with your celebrity status, let's call it that, because you've with so many people, you could have chosen all kinds of channels to market in. What caused you to choose ACN as the only distributor within the direct selling industry globally, giving us the rights, global rights, to market these products?
This is the reason out here. This is the reason. You are so passionate, so real. Words can't express what I feel about the experience I've had, and I truly mean this with so many of you and the company itself. And last night, we looked at the company prior to joining ACN. I was so taken, so impressed by its reputation, its growth, how many years they've been in the business. We wouldn't be here if we didn't think the ethical and the validity that goes with ACN is there. But last night at dinner brought it to a head with me. I'm sitting with great people like Wayne and his wife Claire, and my business partner Daniel Sanders and Michael Witt, and so many wonderful people at that table. But I was sitting right next to Greg and Mike. I always mix them, Tony and Mike. I'm going,
Yeah, well, they fool you sometimes. When they do some bad things, they say, oh, I'm not Mike.
Who
Tony.
was that last night? But Mike and Greg sitting there talking, and when you're at a table having dinner, enjoying a wonderful glass of wine and great company, people become very relaxed and real. And I felt so connected to these two men. They are so authentic, so wonderful, so incredibly real. It is what it is, and they have an incredible ethical sense of how they work the business. And why I'm here today is because of what I discovered last night, sharing dinner with these two wonderful men. I made the right decision. They're just great.
Oh, thank you.
I mean that.
Well, I know that I just want to reassure you and everybody out here, let's make sure we reassure Mr. Lamas here, is that his products are in good hands in the European market. We're going to get those out into the marketplace. Absolutely. Now, one last thing is that once a year, we put out a magazine. We only do this at the convention here, and this is Momentum Magazine, and we have a full spread, everything about Peter Lamas himself in the magazine. Make sure that you get this. This talks about each of these products in the magazine, whether it's the hair care, what each product does, what type of hair care you should be using for it, as well as the skincare products. It lists all 6 of the skincare regime that we talked about. Let's make sure that we get out there and do the best job on the planet. We want to outperform every other continent with this product line, and from Mr. Peter Lamas. Thank you, Peter. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I love you guys.
Thank you.
The
Global Executive Vice President, Mr. Dave.